Hey guys, Commander Alex here, and today we're going to have a little bit of a different kind of video. I got a good gameplay in the background, but I didn't voice over that gameplay, so I decided that I would do a separate voiceover and talk about leaks in Vainglory. Not talking about stuff that's coming in the next updates, but talking about people who leak content for Vainglory and kind of just my viewpoint on it, because honestly, there's a lot of debate over this. I was recently on the Vainglory Reddit as well as on their forums and on some of the different Vainglory sites that are out there, and there's a lot of kind of conflict over, should it be all right for someone to leak content? If there is leaked content, should Vainglory take it down? What should the response be to people who leak content? And so I guess you can break this down into a couple kind of questions. So the first one would be, should people leak content? Like, is that okay? Is that something that is something that we just accept will happen and we deal with? And I'd say no. Honestly, I don't get the idea that for some reason, just because people have the ability, that it's okay for them to leak it. Like, even, and I can't tell you guys anything about what's on the PvE, but I can tell you this: when you just get into the PvE app, you have to basically okay a little text document that pops up on your screen that's basically an NDA saying that you can't disclose anything that's on the PvE. That it's there not really for any legal purpose, because let's be honest, they're not going to pursue any legal action against someone who leaked content for a new update, but it's there mostly just to say like think before you act. Like, what are you gaining from this? And you're kind of ruining everyone's expectations about the next update because they already know what's coming. And then at the same time, you're also giving them possibly false information, because the really interesting thing about the PvE is that they're always changing it. They're always tweaking it, trying out new things for the game, a lot of which never makes it into the game. And so you have to kind of think about that and say, if I leak this, maybe it doesn't even make it into the game. Like, is it really worthwhile to do that? So I think when it comes to, is it okay for people to leak stuff? No. Like, you're signing a contract that says that you shouldn't leak stuff whenever you're on the PvE, and there's no moral argument to say that it's like a good thing to do. It's just a bad thing to do. Like, it completely ruins people's expectations for the next update. You could be giving out false information. You're breaching contract. Like, there's just no legitimate argument for this. I mean, you guys can tell me what you think in the comments down below, but personally, I feel like there's just no kind of good argument for it. As far as what Vainglory's response should be, I feel like this is a lot more controversial of a subject, because someone leaking something, good or bad, it's just happened, right? But what should Vainglory do in response to those leakers? And there's a whole bunch of different kind of variety of different responses, anywhere from taking legal action against the person, taking their content down, going freaking 100, or doing nothing. Like, there's so many different extremes, and I would say that you have to kind of walk that fine line in the middle, right? You're not going to take legal action against someone who posted leaked content. That's just insane, right? And I don't believe, or at least I don't know for sure, but I don't believe that there's really ever been major legal action taken against someone who's leaked content for a game. Like, that just doesn't seem even reasonably like a legitimate reason to sue somebody. But I also think that you need to do more than just let it happen, right? Because if you think about it this way, by letting people leak stuff and not responding to it, SCMC is basically creating this culture of like, leaks are just part of the world and we just got to deal with them, which isn't okay, right? Like, the majority of players don't think that leaks are an okay thing. They don't like them. They think that they are, not helping the community as a whole, because they're, as I said before, they're bringing up expectations about an update that might not come out. They're giving false information, breach of contract, all this stuff makes it so that people know this is not a good thing. So why is SCMC just kind of letting it go? So I would say that, you gotta kind of tread that line somewhere in the middle, somewhere between not doing anything, but at the same time not overreacting to it. So I think, in my personal opinion, if it's like a YouTube video that someone posts, or if it's a Twitter post or something like that, a Facebook, or what's the other thing, a Reddit post, they should take it down, right? I think, in my opinion, and this is obviously my opinion, tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, but personally, I think that if they're going to expect people to not leak stuff, they have to actually respond to leaked content and do something about it, right? You can't just expect people to not leak content if you never punish them for it, right? You know, I think if someone leaks content, they should have their in-game account banned. Like, no questions asked. I think that should be no matter what. If you figure out where the leaked content came from in terms of IGN, done. I can't imagine a reason why that would not be a legitimate response, right? You are hurting the development of this game, therefore we are not going to allow you to play our game. Like, that seems like a completely legitimate response. Beyond that, I think bringing down the content, right? If there's not leaked content out there, there's not going to be this idea that it's okay to leak stuff. So if you continue to take down content out there that is leaked, you can maybe not make it so people don't see the leaks, but at least make it so that there's not a culture of just saying that leaks are okay. So the reason I'm making this video is mostly just because there's been a lot of stuff going up on the Vainglory Reddit, as well as on some Twitter accounts, Facebook accounts, and Vainglory has responded in a bunch of different ways. And I think that, you know, as a YouTuber, it's really important for me that there is a kind of standard for how Vainglory or any game development company reacts to stuff like this, because, you know, I make news videos, right? And if I make a news video on a new hero when all of their abilities and everything they've done has already been leaked, I'm not really going to be showing you guys anything, right? So how can I legitimately say this is breaking news for Vainglory when someone else has already showed you it 2 weeks back in a freaking leaked video where they turned off IGNs because they're, you know, afraid to get kind of a response from SEMC. So yeah, I have my own personal stake in them actually making like a stronger defense against leaks, but as just like a moral argument, I think that they should probably step up and do something about it and not just sort of let it happen, if you know what I mean. So tell me what you guys think about this. Obviously, there's a lot of different sides to the argument. You know, you can go freedom of speech as well as, you know, it's morally wrong. You can go, it's a breach of contract. There's so many different sides to the argument that you can take. But tell me what you guys think about it, because I really want to hear. I mean, obviously my YouTube channel doesn't represent the entire Vainglory community, but it represents a portion of it, and probably a fairly diverse portion of it. So I kind of like to see where the Vainglory community sits on just this topic in general, because I think it's really interesting, and at least for my channel individually as a news channel, it's kind of important as well, because, you know, if Vainglory just suddenly stops caring and everyone's leaking content as a news channel that doesn't put out leaks, that's not going to go well, is it? So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know this was kind of a strange one, but I just had this gameplay and I wanted to use it for something, but I didn't have a voiceover, so I just decided I would make some sort of kind of voiceover / commentary thing here. And for the rest of the video, I guess I'll just kind of turn up the music and let you guys watch, because it was a pretty good game. It wasn't, you know, anything insane, but I think it was fairly well played. Samuel obviously pretty strong right now. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it, and definitely tell me what you think about the whole leak situation and how Vainglory or SEMC should respond to it. Also, for giveaways, just add your IGN to the bottom of your comment, and that way I can you know, pick winners and stuff. But yeah, so see you next time. Bye.